Alright, welcome to Turret Factory. This is the first map in Chapter 5. And for this map, you are definitely going to want to have your Fulbright command turned on, because we're going to skip this whole cutscene here with Wheatley turning on his flashlight. And obviously, if you skip turning on the flashlight, the game is going to be pretty dark. Now, this is exaggerated with YouTube compression, obviously. I can still see a little bit here, but it's very hard to make my way around, and having the Fulbright command just makes all of this a lot easier whenever we get to it. So, I mentioned flashlight skip. That's really the only route, kind of skip or trick in this map. The rest of it is just bunny hopping to the end. I'll of course show that. But the only thing you really need to know how to do here is flashlight skip. And it's pretty easy, and it saves 10 or 15 seconds, so I would recommend doing this for all skill levels, or at the very least trying it. So to start out, when you start the map, you want to get into this corner while shooting an orange portal there. Keep in mind, when the door opens, you can actually move a little bit more left. So make sure to keep holding left until after the door starts to open. So you're in this corner, and you have this orange portal here. You'll want to shoot your blue portal kind of here. And there's actually a setup that you can do. Let me showcase. In host timescale 0.1. If you look there on the green circle, on the right edge of the green circle, that will line up your crosshair perfectly so that when the door opens, you can shoot right there. So again, on the right edge, in the middle, on the right edge of that green circle. And then that gets your blue portal in the perfect spot to actually do the trick. Now, the trickiest part about this is this circle jump. Because if you're just starting out, oftentimes you will likely hit that wall. So my advice for this circle jump is to go out further in the portal than you think is possible before you jump. If you're having a little bit of trouble, you can shoot it higher, but shooting it higher can cause problems with hitting this ceiling, so. So yeah, I don't have too much more advice for this circle jump. All I can say is that is the hardest part of this route. Anyways, once you've gotten the circle jump onto this pipe, here's what kind of the invisible walls look like. So you can't actually fall off this pipe, or this railing, sorry. Once you get here, you're going to want to strafe up here to the top, and then bunny hop along here. An important thing to note is that there's a hole right here in the ground, so you can fall down here. You definitely don't want to do that. Just know where the hole is. It's kind of right before the actual hole, so you can stand on the hole, but not in here. Jump across here and go there. And then there's an invisible wall. Actually, you can't see this invisible wall, but there's an invisible wall here that you want to get over, and that's flashlight skip. Now after that, it's just literally bunny hopping through the rest of the chamber. How good you are at this is purely determined on your movement skill, so I won't go over it too much. I'll just point out a few things that are good to know along the way. One thing to note here, I believe if you load a save in the wrong way at the wrong time earlier in the map, these conveyors can be non-existent. If that's the case, you can go up on this pipe, on this railing, sorry, to continue your bunny hopping, but I believe it is actually slower. So the fastest thing is to go on these conveyors. And when you're on these conveyors, you actually want to hold crouch rather than crouch toggle glitch, as that will get you the fastest amount of speed. Then come down here. Here, there's actually a few movement options here. You can just go straight, which is the safest option. You can jump kind of on this railing and then jump to the left, which is the option that most people would go for in runs, or at least used to. And if you're really advanced, there's another hop option like that. That can be really tricky to get, though, and you kind of need to line your hop pattern up to do it. That jump is probably harder than it looks, so I would only recommend trying that in runs if you're really confident with it and know when you're going to mess it up, because obviously if you miss it, you die. Shoot your portals here. One quick thing to note is if you shoot this portal low enough, it's a micro optimization because the portal gets fizzled as soon as you go through it. Honestly, don't even know why I said that. You don't have to think about it. This is how I like to do my hop patterns. It might not be the best, but I find it pretty consistent. And then right here, you want to ideally you want to land here. But while you're falling down, you want to shoot a portal here so that if you like miss this and land down here, you can easily recover. But ideally you'd land here, shoot there and there, and then just enter the door, get through it as soon as possible. Alright, next I'm going to do a full run of the chamber again, just so that you can see what it looks like. Lining up with the right side of that green circle in order to get the shot easy. And if you go fast enough, you can get this cycle where you don't have to deal with any of those panels. But you might have to kind of bunny hop around them. And that's Turret Factory.